Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden on opposite sides of the country this weekend, consoling communities stricken by grief after two horrific mass shootings. One in Buffalo, New York earlier this month, and the latest in Uvalde, Texas just this week. Cole Higgins reports.
Vice President Kamala Harris traveling to Buffalo, New York Saturday, meeting with the family of and attending the funeral for Ruth Whitfield, one of the 10 people killed in a mass shooting motivated by racism at a supermarket 2 weeks ago.
Enough is enough. We will come together based on what we all know we have in common, and we will not let those people who are motivated by hate separate us or make us feel fear.
Harris urging Congress to act swiftly and pass new gun safety laws.
An assault weapon is a weapon of war with no place in a civil society.
We cannot outlaw tragedy, I know, but we can make America safer. We can finally do what we have to do to protect the lives of the people and of our children.
President Joe Biden delivering the commencement address at the University of Delaware before heading to Uvalde, Texas on Sunday.
As I speak, those parents are literally preparing to bury their children.
Biden playing the role of consoler-in-chief, planning to meet with the 21 victims' families reeling after a gunman murdered 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School. Heartbroken parents still demanding answers and accountability after learning Friday that more than an hour passed between the first 911 call and when a Border Patrol tactical team finally stormed into the classroom and killed the shooter. I'm Cole Higgins reporting.